And welcome back to another episode of Coffee and Stock. Thank you for joining. Don't forget to drop a like on this video, as well as press that amazing subscribe button, because it does go a long way in supporting the channel. And we are going to talk about a different SPAC today. It's not very common, but we are talking about Burgundy Technology Acquisition Corp, or BTAQ. That's their ticker symbol, currently going for $10.58, which is pretty normal, which is pretty average on the SPAC avenue. It's not going for that much. As you can see right here, obviously no revenue, because there's just no revenue. Average volume 352,000 isn't that much. Obviously it is pretty low. So let's get into a little more of what it is and why we are talking about it. Burgundy Technology Acquisition, or BTAQ, prices 30 million unit IPO at $10 per unit. Now it is from Israel, so they are going and trying to go through a SPAC. One of the potential things that we are currently looking at is RE Automotive, which is in current negotiations for a $3 to $4 billion NASDAQ SPAC merger. They are trying to go and they are trying to find a company. Obviously, the funny thing is, RE is also from Israel. They do have the same, the people, both of the people from BTAQ and REE know each other. So definitely keep that in mind, because that is very, very interesting. We get a little deeper into who RE is. Let me zoom in for you guys. The Israeli company's Moling entering NASDAQ via SPAC continues to grow, with RE Automotive, which develops modular platforms for electric vehicles, in negotiations to go public at a valuation of between $3 to $4 billion. A source told Calcalist under the condition of anonymity. Sorry, these words are hurting me. The negotiations have been ongoing for the past 3 months and were initially expected to be completed by the end of the year, although are now likely to be extended into January 2021. Definitely put this in your calendar. If you guys haven't joined into this company, obviously I'm not a financial advisor, so do not take my words as advice. I do want to say it is to be extended to January 2021, right? So definitely keep that in mind. We're going to see who they are. Next generation of EV platforms. RE disruptive technology enables a completely flat and modular chassis with optimal freedom of design, allowing multiple body configurations on a single platform, increasing volume and efficiency while reducing size and weight. As you can see right here, that is all pretty cool. So a little more into, they do have a P1, which is a little small area thing right here. Obviously all this is just a rendering. They also have a P2, which is a little bit bigger than the P1. Then they have a P4, which is obviously, you can see right here, you could use it to carry a lot more people. Not in the size of a bus, but it is a little bigger, that could be able to carry people. Then they have the P6, which is obviously a little bigger, not a semi looking one, but it is a little bigger, which is pretty good, able to transport a lot of goods. And then they have the P7, as you can see right here. They're able to carry multiple things, but it is pretty awesome the way they see it. It's more like a cargo chassis kind of thing. So that's pretty interesting on the way that they are creating these things. About REE, the next generation EV platform ready to carry the future of e-mobility. They do deal with a lot of mobility stuff. So RE has developed 2 core innovations. The REE Corner integrates all traditional vehicle components into the arch and wheel, and thus carrying the REE board, a completely flat and modular electric platform. Now this company isn't big, obviously. They haven't been creating much revenue at all, so definitely keep that in mind, because not all SPACs are good to join in. Even even if right now it's going for $10.58, if you do want to join and you don't like the merger going forward, you could pull out, you could sell your you could sell your shares and still be able to get a lot of gains, because any SPAC that goes into a merger, they tend to go up. Even if it's $1 or $2, they tend to go up. $1 and $2 is a lot of profit for a lot of people, depending on how many shares you do have. Now, another one that I do want to talk about that is a possibility for BTAQ to go into a merger is Etoro. And Etoro plans to go public through IPO or SPAC. Now, if you know the difference between the IPO and the SPAC, obviously SPAC, you are acquired, and IPO is a traditional pipe. So you're able to go into the stock exchange on your own will, instead of someone acquiring you or you acquiring someone else. So the Israeli fintech Etoro is in talks with Goldman Sachs regarding an IPO that would value the social trading and multi-asset brokerage at around $5 billion. So that is pretty interesting as well, because don't forget, REE was also trying to do the same thing with $3 to $4 billion, and this one is trying to go for around $5 billion. Etoro's valuation rose to as much as $2.5 billion after the recent purchase of shares in the secondary market by an unnamed U.S. institutional investor for at least $50 million. So there's very much interest in this company, so it could be a possibility. If you don't know who Etoro is, they deal with a lot of cryptocurrency, a lot of trading in general. You've seen their commercials of this guy copying this other guy and how to trade, etc., etc. So digital currency at your fingertips. Trade popular cryptocurrencies, explore professionally managed portfolios, connect with over 13 million traders. So yeah, definitely a lot of trading. It makes it easier. It's trying to help traders invest more, or and things like that. It was born in 2007. Three entrepreneurs set out to disrupt the world of trading. Their mission: to make trading accessible to anyone, anywhere, and reduce dependency on traditional financial institutions. Obviously, they're trying to be like Robinhood or Webull or things like that, which is more investor and trader friendly. There is less fees to pay, so that is also pretty good, and you're able to also do fractional shares of different shares. So this is very, very interesting, the way that they are doing things. They have been growing a lot lately, so that is also, to me, pretty good. They have been producing a lot of things, and I'm pretty sure they have been creating a lot of revenue. So there's a positive and a negative to everything, right? So REE making a lot of EV things, making a lot of chassis that are able to be bought by a lot of companies, companies that need trucks, etc., and that is eco-friendly. The only negative thing is they don't have much revenue going on right now, which is kind of a downer, right? So, but that could definitely hurt. And then Etoro, obviously dealing with trading, helping people trade and all that stuff. Now, the only thing that hurts this a little bit is there is other companies out there that are a lot bigger. They know about this company a lot more, but it is pretty small. I don't know how much revenue they've been creating, but definitely keep this in mind. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor, so do not take my words as advice or to invest in this company quite yet. It's only going for $10.58. It's not bad, but it could definitely be better, especially going into the merger. I mean, it might go through the roof. Definitely keep it in mind. Definitely do your own homework and do your own diligence. And as always, don't forget to drop a like on this video, as well as press that amazing subscribe button, because it does go a long way in supporting the channel. Don't forget, tomorrow, Friday, I will be doing the first dividend giveaway that we've talked about all these stocks. So definitely keep that in mind. Comment down below if you want this dividend. And as always, I will see you guys next time on Coffee and Stocks.